Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. We're continuing to read from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 10, Chapter 33, the Rāsa dance. Now Parikshit Maharaj has put up a question to clear the doubts. Some people had some doubts as to how Krishna is having Ras Leela with others' wives, and so Sukadev Goswami is explaining Krishna's position as the Supreme Lord. Mm, And of course, Sukadev Goswami was already said earlier that these gopis are expansions of his internal potency. So they are his own energy. It was like a child playing with his own reflection. So continuing to read from the purport, yeah, the translation of this was the statements of the Lord's empowered servants are always true, and the acts they perform are exemplary when consistent with those statements. Therefore, one who's intelligent should carry out their instructions. So, of the bona fide representatives of the Lord, their actions, their words are always true. So, one should follow the instructions, not imitate them, but follow the instructions. Okay. Uh, those directly empowered by the Lord are devoted to Him, and thus their power and influence spread goodness throughout the world. Whereas those who are empowered by the Lord's illusory potency are in an indirect relationship with Krishna because they do not directly reflect His will. Of course, they do reflect His will indirectly, since it is by Krishna's arrangement that the laws of nature act upon ignorant living beings, gradually persuading them through their journey of many lifetimes to surrender to the Supreme Lord. Thus, as politicians create wars, false hopes, and innumerable passionate schemes for the materialistic persons who follow them, the politicians are indirectly carrying out the Lord's program of allowing the conditioned souls to experience the bitter fruit of godlessness. So, yesterday there was some discussion of people misusing their power. So, well, they are indirectly serving Krishna. Indirectly serving Krishna. How? Because this this material world is created by Krishna due to our desire, was our desire to enjoy separate from Him. So it's Krishna's will to gradually persuade us through our journey in this material world, birth and death of many lifetimes, to ultimately surrender to the Supreme Lord. So they are indirectly following Krishna's will, and the devotees follow Krishna's will directly because it is Krishna's will that His glories be spread everywhere, that His holy name be spread everywhere, and thus people can come to Him as quickly as possible. Is that okay?
Hare Krishna. So the one who are having the free will, right? They're doing the wrong thing with their free will.
Well, both have free will.
No, both have free will, but the one who are misusing it,
Yeah,
those people are indirectly serving, right?
that's right.
Yeah.
Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur has translated the word Ishvaranam as those who have become powerful through knowledge and austerity. As one understands the nature and will of God and makes the personal sacrifice required to achieve excellence in spiritual life, one becomes empowered by the Supreme Lord to represent His will which one has intelligently recognized and accepted. So those who have become powerful through knowledge and austerity. Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur. He has translated Ishwar. Those who have become powerful through knowledge and austerity. So we have been seeing how the different meanings of this word Ishwar in Sanskrit direct dictionary, how these different meanings are coming. Srila Prabhupada, he translated it as the supreme controller, right? Supreme controller. So somebody may be managing, but may not have the power, the potency, the ability to manage. Somebody may be in that position, but not have the potency. But then the controller, he has both. He has in the position and he has the ability. So powerful through knowledge and austerity. Here is mentioned, the purport mentions, as one understands the nature and will of God. So the more one understands about God, one understands what does God want, God's will. Then he says, all right, I'm going to stop this sense gratification, personal sacrifice. So in this world, we are all engaged in sense gratification. But this devotee who understands, oh, what does Krishna want? Krishna wants us to all come back. Krishna wants us to bring others also with us. So he makes a personal sacrifice. And in this way, he becomes empowered by the Supreme Lord to represent his will. So the pure devotee, yeah, pure devotee. The Supreme Personality of Godhead kindly descends to earth to show a vivid example of religious behavior. As Lord Krishna states in the Bhagavad Gita 3.24, if I did not execute standard duties, the whole world would be misled and, in fact, destroyed. Thus, the Lord showed in his different incarnations how to act properly in this world. A good example is Lord Ramachandra, who behaved wonderfully as the son of King Dashrath. So Krishna comes himself personally, or he comes as his expansions, incarnations, to show us how to act. Because Lord Ram is famous as Maryada Purushottam, right? How to act, how to behave. But when Lord Krishna himself descends, he also demonstrates the ultimate religious principle, namely that the Supreme Lord is beyond all other living beings and that no one can imitate his supreme position. So when Krishna came himself, he shows he is God, how everything, everyone belongs to him. He's the supreme enjoyer, and that no one can imitate Krishna. This foremost of all religious principles, that the Lord is unique, without equal or superior, was clearly demonstrated in Lord Krishna's apparently immoral pastimes with the gopis. No one can imitate these activities without incurring dire consequences, as explained here by Sukadev Goswami. One who thinks that Lord Krishna is an ordinary living being subjected to lust, or who accepts his Rāsa dance as admirable and tries to imitate it, will certainly be vanquished, as described in text 30 of this chapter. So Krishna shows by his activities no one can imitate him. And Sukadev Goswami, it seems, is going to say what happens to one who tries to imitate him. He's vanquished, certainly vanquished. Finally, a distinction must be made between the Lord and his empowered servants. An empowered servant of the Lord, as in the case of Brahma, may experience a remnant of reactions to previous activities according to the law of karma. But the Lord is eternally free from any entanglement in the laws of karma. He is on a unique platform. So, empowered servant, Lord Brahma is an empowered servant, but yet he's not equal to Krishna. No one is equal to or superior than God. Right? God has no competitor. Nobody can become God, no matter what one does. Only God is God. So Brahma may also have some karma remaining, but never Krishna. Krishna never acts under the modes. All his activities, his pastimes are all spiritual, transcendental. So the idea is to understand Krishna's position as the Supreme Lord. We can see also by Krishna's activities, how can you imitate? Here Krishna's expanded himself. As many gopis, he's expanded. When he gets married also, he expands himself. As many wives. He lifts Govardhan Hill, he kills demons. So no one can imitate Krishna's activities. To understand that there's no one equal to or greater than God. And again, we can again bring that point that the gopis are but his expansions of his internal energy. They are his energy. Is that okay?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Kushal Acharite Nesham.
Bhakti Priya Mataji, it's your turn.
Tusharacharitaynasham
Iha Swartho na Vidyate.
ihashvato navidyate
Viparyayena va anartho.
viparyayena vanato
Nirahankarinam Prabho.
nirahankaranam pato.
Yeah. My dear Prabhu, when these great persons who are free from false ego act piously in this world, they have no selfish motives to fulfill. And even when they act in apparent contradiction to the laws of piety, they are not subject to sinful reactions. So the rulers of the universe we have been hearing, Sukadev Goswami says, right, before he was saying the rulers of the universe, like that's why the example of Lord Shiva was given. Nobody can imitate him to drink the poison. So great persons who are free from false ego act piously in this world. So the pure devotees have no selfish motives. Uh, People may think that they are acting, they're doing something which is not pious, but actually they're completely pious. And that's why they have no sinful reactions. Apparent contradiction is because of our lack of understanding. We may think, oh, how is he acting this way? Apparent contradiction. But because they have no selfish motive, because they are completely pure, uh, they have no sinful reactions. Kim,
Shilpa ji, this means that
hmm,
we might think
Hmm?
From the other point of view, like from the outside, we might judge a person that a pure
Hmm.
devotee, that he is not proper behaving, he's not behaving properly. But
Hmm.
that is wrong. Like how when we judge, because we don't know, right? That's what they're trying to
That's
say.
right. Yeah, that's right. That's right. Because
Okay.
we don't know, but actually a pure devotee is completely pure. He has no envy for anyone. He's just acting for Krishna to serve Krishna. So he has no sinful reactions, right?
Okay. Mm.
Hmm. Kim ut akhila satvanam
King Uttakara Sarvatamnam
tiryan martya devokasam
Yamartya Deva Ukarsam
ishitush chestavyanam
Ishtar Shasitarvyatnam
kushal kushal akushal anvaya.
Kushara Kushadam Vajam Yaha
How then could the Lord of all created beings, animals, men and demigods, have any connection with the piety and impiety that affect his subject creatures? As explained in text 32, even great personalities empowered by the Lord are free from the laws of karma. Then, what to speak of the Lord Himself? After all, the law of karma is created by Him and is an expression of His omnipotent will. Therefore, His activities, which He performs out of His own pure goodness, are never subject to criticism by ordinary living beings. So Sukadev Goswami is saying that people who are empowered by Krishna, they also don't get the sinful reactions. They, right? They don't have any connection with piety and impiety. Means they are not getting any karma. So then how can Krishna, Lord Krishna, who has created the law of karma himself, who has given this kind of he has empowered these personalities to act in this way. How can Lord Krishna then have any karma if the people he's empowering themselves don't have? By Krishna's power, these personalities also don't get karma. Then how can Krishna himself get any karma? Lord Krishna is performing activities out of his own pure goodness. He's never acting under the modes of nature. His activities are always transcendental, spiritual. They appear to us like ordinary activities, but then that is our lack of understanding, our not understanding Krishna's position. Mm. Is that okay?
Yes, just one question. Great personalities and
Mm.
empowered by the Lord, they are
Mm.
free from the laws of karma.
Mm.
Uh,
Yeah, we can see it. So these can be the Shakti-Avesh avatar, great personalities empowered by laws of karma, right?
okay. Not the demigods, or does that
Oh,
also he come?
No,
No, right?
no, not the demigod. But Lord Shiva can come here. Lord Shiva is not an ordinary demigod. Lord Shiva has no karma.
No.
Um, he can come, he will be in this category. Or, the Shakti-Avesh avatars of the
Kapila,
Lord.
no,
Prithu
Kapila Muni is
Maharaj. Huh?
Maharaj. Not Kapila Muni, he is Bhagwan Swam, right? No.
I
He,
can't I can't remember. Was he Shakti-Avesh or was he
no, he
which
wasn't
kind?
Shakti. No,
Hmm?
he wasn't. He wasn't
Hmm.
Sakyavesh. He was
Okay.
Bhagwan Swayam, right? Kapila Muni was
Um, hmm.
Bhagwan Swayam.
Vyasadev.
Yeah, Vyasadeva.
Vyasadev is Shakti-Avesh. Right.
Mm.
So,
And also the Bhishma Dev's Guru. I'm forgetting his name. Bhishma Dev's Guru.
Parshuram.
Ramji. Will he also be
Yeah,
in
that's
Shakti, right?
right. Yes. Parshuram. Yeah. Yeah. There are many.
Narad Muni.
Narad Muni, that's right. Narad Muni.
But then Shilpa ji, we see that previously he had Narad Muni. Later not. Now when he became Narad Muni, then not, right?
That's
Previously he
right.
had impact. Okay. But when he
That's right.
became Narad Muni, then he was eternal. Okay.
That's right. We can see from Narad Muni's s- like how he became a devotee, right?
Hmm.
So one may not be, so it gives us great encouragement, right?
Hmm.
Oh,
Mm.
one may not be a devotee, but get the blessings, remnants,
Hmm.
association of the pure devotees,
Hmm.
and then become a pure devotee.
Hmm.
Mm. Ah, so we'll stop here. I just realized it's already 7:31 now.
Yeah.
We'll stop here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you all so much for listening and joining. Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Shla Prabhupada ki jai, Gaur Bhakta Vrinda ki jai.